The inward journey is straight. You go to the source of aliveness. You go to the source of awareness. When you get there, you will be troubled. Now, why will you be troubled? Why should you be troubled? Because it is such a transcendental reality. You are so complete. You are so utterly lacking nothing that stuns you. All your life, you lived under the impression that you are dependent on something. You need the world. You need lots of things to keep you happy. Your body needs constant attention. Your desiring process needs constant rejuvenation. You have to keep on doing something to feel good about yourself. Now here, when you get to this place, without any of this, you are feeling a million times more complete. First time when you realize who you are, it has to trouble you. How can it not trouble you? All your life, you had been thinking that you are the body. Now, what is the difference between body and aliveness? Body is the shadow of aliveness. Body is the misunderstanding of aliveness. Body is the perishable, and you are the immortal. When you realize that there is something inside you that cannot die, death is an impossibility for you. You are life itself. How can it not trouble you? It troubles you only because of your attachment to the body. It's because you have forgotten this true nature of your being. When you discover it for the first time, it is just overwhelming. And this is a very common theme in all descriptions of enlightenment. The description of the burning bush, description of Muhammad saying, "Stop it, I cannot take this anymore. This is too much. I am uneducated, I am ignorant. Why are you pouring all this wisdom, all this love? This is too much. I am so frail, I am so small." Muhammad could not speak for days, weeks. Every time he touched that zone, he realized that there is something here, something real. Of course, over a period of time, this language has been turned into something very physical. Like he met God and God started reciting the verses of the Quran. And every time Muhammad heard these words, he made a note of it and he came back and shared it with people. These come later. But the essence is something is happening. This man is spending a lot of time in silence. He's sitting on a mountaintop somewhere, far away from people, far away from the noise of the society. That silence has become complete now. He's drifting into that world of silence. And silence is not absence of noise. Silence is real. It is alive. It is so pure, when it touches you, it burns you. It is quite literally stepping into something that can dissolve you completely. How can your body accept that dissolving? How can your mind accept that dissolving? It fights. You're being dissolved using light. You're being dissolved using love. You're being dissolved using something so pure that you are becoming it. But the dissolving is real and the fear is real. If you have become attached to the dirt and grime sticking to you, and if that is what people recognize, if that is your identity, imagine for some reason you are a part of a culture where people never take bath. Just imagine it. The longer you live, the more accumulation of dirt and dust and grime, more you are respected. It's possible. Just like the way it happens in the realm of the mind, the more thoughts you have, more desires you have, more you accomplish. It is nothing but dust and dirt for the soul. But still, that is what is respected. That is what is loved. And imagine if you are a part of one such culture, and suddenly, without you wanting it, it starts raining for the first time, and you begin to see that this dirt is clearing. Would you rejoice, or will you be troubled? You will freak out. You will be troubled. All my identity is being washed away. I don't know what to do with this now. I don't want to get washed away. I'm going to disappear because I am nothing but this dirt. That's the feeling of enlightenment. When your thoughts are being washed away, when your body is being washed away, there's a part of you that resists. In fact, that is why it takes time to become enlightened. It is just like enlightenment is as simple as jumping into the ocean and letting go and sinking. The moment you sink, you don't need breathing, you don't need air. The ocean itself is alive and it accepts you. But how much courage is needed for you to let go? Stop fighting. As long as you're alive, you cannot stop fighting. You will try to stay afloat. It takes time. It takes time to know the ocean. It takes time to know the body. It takes time to know the mind. That is the journey of self-transformation. Then slowly you will learn how to sink. Then a day will come, you will simply jump into the ocean. You know the process. You will stop fighting. You will let go and you will reach there. And that's when you will realize, this should have taken me 5 seconds. And it has taken me 5 years. Why? It's because of the mind, because of the body, because they don't know what reality is. They're trying to keep you alive in the realm of death, in the realm of the changing, in the realm of the moving. That is what the mind knows. The mind only knows how to hold on to what it knows. That is why sinking deeper into meditation scares the mind. You can just sit and go as deep as you want. Nothing is stopping you. You can just sit and have an orgasm. What is orgasm ultimately? It is a moment when there is least influence of your mind and body on yourself. Yourself is so free. All the dirt and grime has been washed away. In one sweeping flood, you are experiencing a moment of purity. That is what you recognize as orgasm. Why can't you simply sit and go to that depth? Orgasm is not an experience, it's a place. It is the kingdom of heaven. It is the heaven we've been searching for. It is the ultimate place of bliss. It has to be a place because you can experience it only on the inside. If it is an experience, if it is something, then we could have replicated it on the outside. But there is no way to replicate orgasm on the outside. That itself should tell us that it's an actual space. Now, you cannot recreate space. You can recreate many things, but how can you recreate something that is pure? You have to realize it. You have to get to it. But your mind will not allow you to do it, because that sinking deeper, that experience of bliss, experience of pleasure, mind and body together register it as the disappearing of the body, disappearing of the mind. In fact, that is what it is. In that moment of orgasm, your mind and body are gone. You're not thinking about anything. You're not feeling the body. Your pain of the body is gone. Think about it. Even if you are physically hurting, try this. If there is some pain, physical pain, notice what happens to this pain at the moment of orgasm. It completely disappears. That is why it is called orgasm. That is why it is such a pleasurable experience. Because it is a space where the pain of the body and the mind cannot enter. To be able to get to that place consciously at your moment of choosing, without getting attached to form, without getting attached to your imagination, is the art of enlightenment, is the art of self-transformation. That is what meditation is. When you sit, what are you trying to accomplish? You're trying to sink deeper, move away from the body and the mind to get to that pure space of bliss. You have to fight with the mind to get to that place, because for the mind, that place is absolute negative. It sees it as the most dangerous thing, something that can take away its desires, something that can take away its madness. What is the biggest fear for the madman? That his madness can completely disappear. What is madness? Madness is simply holding on to something that you have become attached to, and you don't want to let go of it. In that sense, we are all mad in one way or the other. We are all addicted to something that is not us. We are addicted to something that we have picked up. We are addicted to our toys. We are addicted to the way we play the game of life. Enlightenment is to be addicted to truth, addicted to your own true self. That is why the foundation of Greek philosophy, the words carved on the temple of Apollo in Delphi, is know thyself. The first and the last philosophy. Everything else is a deviation. If you cannot know yourself, if you don't want to know yourself, then you do many other things. But knowing yourself is the purpose of life.